What is up, YouTube? So just here quickly making and finalizing some videos for the program I'll be launching. So I'm really excited about that. Actually, it's an info product that will help people, in any area in terms of losing weight, helping them with skin issues, and also even helping their mental disorders they battle with. That has a lot to do with the food they eat and making it worse. So on the topic of that is something that I was thinking about that I was adding into the program. And I mean, something that I was doing a lot of research on today, and it's something that's pretty baffling, and especially with nowadays, everyone, especially food industry, is having so much, power and money, and obviously being a conglomerate and basically being a monopoly in the system and being able to affect what is being publicized in terms of information for people. One thing I saw was that 60% of the calories of the American diet actually comes from processed food now, which is actually completely ridiculous. But I mean, the point of the video is in terms of ingredients and how important it is to actually have a whole foods diet. So, like I mentioned, 60% of processed food in the states is processed now, and even a lot of foods I was seeing and things like that in the states, as a lot of the states not even allowed in certain countries. There's banned in certain countries. So I mean, for the most part, there's been a big rise in terms of seed oils. And seed oils I was seeing, and seed oils 100 years ago was actually just being used for machinery, and being able to oil up machinery and lubricate it. And now it's something that's being allowed into our bodies. So I mean, we have to really understand nowadays is like now more important than ever to really be more conscious of what you're eating. Like I mentioned, everything is, a business now, and obviously, with internet, everything like that, people are able to basically make more income faster now than ever. Everything, with deliveries, with Amazon, everything like that, you can deliver the product faster, get to reach people faster with advertising and stuff like that, and it's really changed the game. And I think a lot of food industries are taking advantage of that, selling people lies in order to sell more product and sell more food. So essentially, what you have to begin to do is really, I would say, develop a lifestyle where maybe you're cooking more at home. This is something that I've begun to do, especially with my whole psoriasis thing. And even, like I mentioned, as I was going through the journey, I realized that like, companies care less and less about you every year in terms of what they're giving you, the food they're giving you, and obviously they're putting so many additives and preservatives in the food, especially the processed food, just to kind of keep you hooked on the product, almost like an addict. And this is something you have to be understand that like you can just be another person that's eating that food. You can decide to really have control over that and eliminate that completely from your diet. So I would say that's the number one thing you should do. Anything processed, anything junk food, fast food should definitely be eliminated from your diet. There's no reason it should be there. Like I mentioned, those ingredients are not doing anything for you nutritionally, and it's just making you function at a worse level. You're basically being more reactive as opposed to being in control and being more stoic, as you could say, in terms of the food choices you're making. So many people now are just so reactive. Cake comes out at a party, they just, oh, cake or sweets or whatever it is. Like everyone's just so reactive because their brain is so like basically damaged from the food they've been eating and the additives and preservatives they've been allowing in their bodies. Obviously, if you don't know this already, 80% of your immune system functions in your gut. So essentially, this is just entails that so many diseases and stuff like that actually come from the food you're eating, or basically people think it's DNA, but whatever you're eating is heavily affecting anything that is resulting as a fact of any DNA. Basically, you could say structure you have, but whatever you're eating is making it worse, or steering you away from common diseases that your family has or family history has, or steering away from it or bringing you closer to it. So obviously, like I said, steering away from processed food and junk food is like the number one step. Then from there is being able to really just see like what is going on with your gut bacteria and stuff like that. But it's a whole different video. But the thing I wanted to mention is that like, yeah, you have to really start looking out for yourself. As bad as that sounds, the only real companies that do look out for you are very few and far in between. Those organic companies that maybe butcher stuff like that, things that are just the more natural the better. Obviously, one rule I have is like the less ingredients, the better as well. So if you're ever shopping, you're taking away processed foods, which I recommend, and junk food, like I mentioned. But anything you're buying that maybe has a package on it, make sure to look at the back. Don't just judge a book by its cover and believe, oh, like this packaging looks great, so the food must be great. No, you have to always read the back and see what's added there. Things like seed oil, stay away from. Things like sugars are designed in different. They're just labeled differently, like longer names, but it's just sugar. You can look up like common sugar ingredients, and you'll see they're usually like 12 to 15 letters long, but it just converts to sugar in your body, anyways. Things like seed oils, like I mentioned. Anything to do with syrups, that's just basically just like corn syrups, just more sugar as well. And these are like the common three, but there's so many more that are coming. Like I mentioned, I'll have more information in my program, so I'll be launching that, and you can follow me on Instagram for that. But basically, I want to just give you a quick video and a heads up in terms of like now more than ever, it is your responsibility to really be conscious of what you're putting in your body. Don't rely on the food industry because it is all being manipulated with money that these huge monopolies have, especially in the U.S. No matter where you're watching this from, the U.S. does affect where you live, whether you live in South America or Africa. U.S. is one of the biggest, obviously, economies in the world, and whatever they do, obviously, most people follow as a form of example. So, hope this video helps you to really open your eyes and understand that if you want to have a certain physique, certain body, it all starts with what you putting in your mind. Sorry, putting in your body, which will in turn affect your mind, and also anything you're going through mentally, maybe some kind of bout of depression, anxiety. Any food you're eating will make that worse or help you get out of that as well. So I help with that in the program. I'll be putting more information on my page on Instagram. You can follow me there. Hope this video does help you in any way. Just being able to be aware now that food companies aren't out to really help you. They're out to just take profit for the most part. So hope you guys do well otherwise, and yeah, keep killing it.